Welcome back, everybody. How's it going? Taking another look at the NX500 today. I've got her kind of sitting exactly how I want it, so I wanted to kind of make a catch-up video for anybody that's interested. It seems like this bike's getting a lot of traffic, so I'll give everybody what they want, let them see what I've been doing to this thing. Did the break-in oil change at 420 miles. That was when I got all the crash bars and the foot pegs and the center stand and the hand guards and blah 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 blah. So I had to get all that stuff on there. I got some tank guards on there too, which are actually really nice, because standing up on this bike was horrible before I had them tank guards on there, but they make it really nice now. You grip it really well. Love those upgraded foot pegs, nice and wide, nice and sticky. Keep your boots on there. Just really enjoying this thing in a whole. I mean, I know once I get my license plate, I'm gonna end up doing kind of a redneck fender eliminator, because you can't find anything for this bike and it's kind of upsetting. But I'm gonna end up hot knifing some of that off of there, and I'm gonna end up moving that license plate up towards that light. I already cut that big old block off of there and kind of trimmed it up a little bit. I'll make a video about that when I do that, because I figure a lot of people are gonna want to see that. But like I said, I'm gonna take a hot knife to it, cut it down real nice, and get it at least a good 3 or 4 inches shorter, and it'll just look a little bit cleaner on the back of the bike. Got the SRC Moto crash guards on here. Those actually were a complete breeze to install, man. I mean, it was too easy. Honestly, it took me longer to remove all the bolts and get anti-seize and everything on them, because just like the CRF guys, there is not grease on a fucking thing on this bike. The swing arm, bone dry. The axles, bone dry. The motor mounts, no anti-seize. I mean, it's just, you got to go through it. The whole damn thing has got to be gone through. Got those Honda handguards on there. Don't really like those, to be honest, guys. They're kind of meh. I should have gone full wraps. I was being a cheapskate. I didn't want to go full wraps. I should have just bought them. But we'll learn that lesson. We'll go get the full wraps going the next time. Actually, one thing with these SRC crash bars, guys, gotta let you know, when I first picked this bike up, I adjusted that shifter up so it actually was not like a crotch rocket or something where the shifter is lower than anything else on the bike. I don't really like that, honestly. I kind of don't have the ankle flexion that a lot of people do. I've had a lot of lower leg injuries, so that might be a lot of it too. But when I installed that lower crash bar, I had to readjust that shifter down. I'm not a big fan of it, honestly. I could live with it, but I need to figure something out. I think I'm actually gonna end up buying another shifter. I'm gonna end up cutting it off right there at the bend, and then I'm gonna end up welding it back at 90 degrees upward, pointing straight up. And I think that'll actually fix that for me. And that'll be a cheap fix too. It only costs 30 bucks and a little bit of grinder time, and I think I could do that. Now we're going to get into some gripes on the other stuff. Okay, let's start with this center stand then after that. All right, this is the Honda genuine center stand on this bike, for this bike. Install was a piece of cake, guys. The spring and everything, piece of cake. I had this thing on the bike in 5 minutes. But the finish on that thing when I picked it up from the Honda dealer was absolute shit. I mean, the rust was coming through the paint. The welds and everything were all rusted out already. So I took a grinding wheel to it and I put 3 coats of high gloss on it. And now it looks tits, man. It looks great. But still, over $100 to have to completely redo the paint on it. I was kind of upset about that, but I had the whole bike apart for the break-in oil change and did everything on this bike at 400 miles. Really, all I got to do for the 1,000 is maybe clean up that chain a little bit and then give it a once over. I have also noticed this radiator guard, those bolts keep coming loose on it, so I usually got to check them every 100-200 miles. The bottom ones are finally sticking. I didn't want to put Loctite on them because those are the ones that go straight body mounted, and I didn't want to spin them or screw them up, because then you got to pretty much either buy the whole body panel or just go without the bolts. So I didn't want to put any Loctite on those. Maybe it was because of the 3D printed spacers that it has on them, especially that top left one you can see in there. That's a bolt that I used, actually. It's a 5mm Allen 1 1/4 thread. It's probably about 1.5 inches long. So that'd be what, 40 millimeter. But I've had to keep tightening that thing, tightening it, quarter turn every, 100-200 miles. But I gotta have that radiator guard on there, guys, so we'll deal with that. I mean, so far, guys, I am just loving this bike. I mean, I've been commuting already every day that the weather's good enough. I'm actually going to be doing a trip to Palmdale, California from Golden here in Colorado, which I can't wait. That's going to be like 978 miles or something. And I'm going to do the first trip there, I'm going to try to do in one shot. And then the second trip on the way back, I'm actually probably going to come through the $1 Million Highway and run the Alpine Loop and do all that kind of cool stuff. So if you guys want to see any follow-up on that, just, you know, pay attention to when I release that video. It's going to be in August, probably the 2nd or 3rd week of August, because I'm going to do the trip the 1st week of August. We're just going to be getting a lot of miles on this thing. I'm taking a vacation here in another couple weeks to do a few more long rides, just to kind of get myself, you know, set up for that ride and kind of figure out what the bike needs. I'm probably going to end up getting some highway bars for that trip, and I'm probably going to mount on them lower crash bars, or maybe right on the very bottom of the upper crash bar, but we'll see. I can move those around or whatever. I definitely need to figure out something for a throttle lock, since cruise control is not available for this machine. But we'll deal with that, you know. It's just how it is. I did get my little quad lock mount up there. That is actually the quad lock mirror mount for scooters that I bought for that nav bar up there. I found a used one on eBay. I got really lucky because I wasn't about to pay $40 for that thing, because I already had everything else from the CRF mount, you know, the vibration dampener and the mounting head and everything. I just needed the mirror mount. So I found one on eBay for 25 bucks. You can't beat it. I love the way it works. I got my 12-volt socket, and I got a little full-on 12-volt with the lightning for the iPhone, and it works like a dream. The cord's out of the way. It'll be great for running navigation, especially on that 1,000-mile trip. I'm gonna really be digging that. Another thing too, guys, I don't know if anybody else has said anything about this. This is after 1,000 miles, guys. Check this out. So nothing's getting into the tank, obviously, right? But you do have a vent right there on the left-hand side. Look at all that dust and shit, man. I mean, I work in a really shitty part of town where there's not really good roads and there's a lot of dust blowing around everywhere, but man, after 1,000 miles, that's what that looks like in there. So I don't know, maybe that's a little bit of a gripe. I don't know. I've noticed that and it's kind of bothered me, but there's not really much I can do about it. So, I mean, what are you gonna do? I mean, most of my gripes about this machine are really minor though, man. With everything I've done to it, it is pretty much set. I am debating a seat concept seat. I don't know if I want to go down that road or not. And I am also going to be looking for tires here. So any suggestions, what you guys are running on your NXs for mostly road riding? I still want to be able to get into the dirt safely and kind of enjoy myself, but also have a lot of grip on the street. So far, I've been looking at like the Anarchy 3 or the Anarchy Adventure. What's another one? Trail Max Mission. You know, just all the regular tires for this thing. Whatever you guys got on, just throw on, you know, in the comments what you think and what you like, because I need help. I've been looking at tires and I'm just more confused than anything. I'm not really a street bike guy. This is really my first street bike. I had a cruiser years back, and that bike sucked, honestly. No offense to the cruiser guys out there. Those bikes just aren't fun to ride. They're heavy. They can't really bomb into a turn. It wasn't for me. That's why I kind of bought this. But questions and comments below, guys. I'm really loving this machine. I can't wait to get the last couple things done to it that I want to get done to it, and it's gonna be an absolute ripper. Like I said, if I could do that 1900 mile trip, and that'll really kind of show me whether this machine is set for what I need it to do. And we'll just post up a video as we go along. Appreciate you guys watching. Have a great day. Thanks.